too much of a ruckus. Change weapon. I'm gonna try and make sure that I didn't get lose any of the durability of my gear. That's how you do it. Worn. Worn. Okay. Nothing serious. This is the last barrack, the northern barrack of this military base. So I'm going to show you guys how to orient yourself to Zelenogorsk without using a map. So what you do is there's a few openings like here, and you head north. And by north, just keep walking from the last building. Just keep walking up, and you will come across a road. Be kind of careful. Make sure that you look around when you're running here, because you never know who's gonna. Like I said, it's a heavily trafficked area, so you might run straight into a player. This might be a good idea to keep your eyes on. The city is supposed to be on your left side if you're moving in the right direction. Just keep moving here. It's an open field that you could cross if you feel like it. By now you know that I prefer moving with the tree line. Because if somebody just ran from Zelenogorsk and they're heading to the military base, you might catch them running over the field. They're not careful. It might be a good idea to be watching in this general direction. Speaking of PvP and in DayZ, some people are generally extremely skilled at first-person shooters, like people who have been playing Counter-Strike mainly. They've been playing a lot of Battlefield, Call of Duty, which means that they're very, very good at aiming. So they can, you know, just like flip off a headshot like this, you know. And they tend to play a little bit differently. I'm pretty experienced with first-person shooters, but I wouldn't call myself an expert. As some of my friends, people that I know real life, they're so good and so fast at aiming with their mouse, it's ridiculous. So they can basically run around like this and just shoot people, you know, shoot them in the face and kill 2-3 people at the same time. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos of people that I enjoy watching playing the game. They're really good, you know, and they're very good at shooting. So they can play a little bit differently than what I'm trying to show people how to play, because I tend to play DayZ as realistic as possible, and in real life, even if I was a good shot, I wouldn't be, you know, running around like this and taking chances and trying to shoot people in the face. So if you're new to the game and if you're not a super experienced shooter, I'm gonna recommend you try to play as sneaky as possible, because you can take out an extremely skilled player if you get the jump on them. If you get the jump on somebody, they don't know where you are, you know where they are, you're aiming at them, then you're most likely gonna win. So that's the game style that I'm using currently, and that's the one I'm gonna show you. So even if the best Counter-Strike player in the world was running over that field and he wasn't aware of me, and I would get the first shots in, knock him out, then it's game over. If you miss, however, and he knows roughly where you are, chances are you're gonna die. So you don't want to take shots lightly. You want to make sure that you hit your target. Okay, this is the last forest line before we see the city of Zelenogorsk. Zelenogorsk is a great place. I might take a peek in there, but I think I'm gonna wait until I meet my friend. And that's another thing that I'm gonna show you guys, how to help your friend finding you and vice versa. And yeah, it's a pretty good thing to know, actually. And I know for a lot of new players that are starting playing DayZ with their friends, they can find it kind of tedious to try and find their friends. Then suddenly one of them dies, they respawn somewhere, and yeah. So I'm gonna try and help you minimize the anxiety of having to look for your friends. Alright, you see the military establishment over there? That's the southern part of Zelenogorsk, the town that I wanted to show you guys. Now I have binoculars, which is great, so I can actually scout out from range. I just want to see what it looks like down there. I want to see if there's any movement, if there's any zombies or something. This isn't exactly the ideal place. I'm gonna try moving uphill a little bit. I know there's an open patch up here that grants a really good position for scouting out the city. Now what you generally want to look for is, well, of course players, but zombies. Zombies are a good tell, as in if there's been any activity there lately. But this is pretty highly trafficated, so a lot of times when I've been here, maybe I didn't see anything, but I heard something, like people shooting each other. I've had a lot of gunfights myself down there. You see those two buildings over there that I'm scoping right now? That's the barracks. And I don't see any zombie at the moment. The doors are open. I see that the bars, that door in to the prison in there is open as well, so it's definitely been looted. It's always looted. There's always people here, or has been people here. So if you wanna find a good spot to wait out players, to have some PvP action, then this is the place. I'm gonna try moving a little bit further through the tree line. I'm gonna show you guys a pretty good spot to look inside the prison. After this, I'm briefly gonna move to Green Mountain. And Green Mountain is a very easy place to spot. And on top of it, not a lot of people know that, you have a military prison. Military prison is the building that we just looked at. That's the one we call the prison. And the other two buildings that we were looking at, those are the barracks, just like the one I just looted previously at the military base. So up here, you also have a pretty good vantage point to scout. You see the doors are closed over there, but they were open. That's because if you have something in the way, like a bush or something, then it doesn't always show the building properly. So you want to try and find a place where there's nothing obstructing your view, so you get that blurry thingy. Let's see what we got. There's no sign of zombies, nothing. So I am absolutely sure that there's been players, and there might actually still be players in the area. Alright. The reason why I'm showing you this because I want you guys to be able to, if you're on a loot run yourselves, you can. It's an easy way to find these places without using the map too heavily. And after a while, it feels nice, starting to know some areas by heart, so that you can orient faster and you can share positions with your friends easier. And yeah. Now the Green Mountain, it's a bit foggy outside. There's actually weather in this game, as in, you know, you have clear days, you have foggy days, you have rainy days. So normally you would actually see the Green Mountain from here actually. Right now it's a little bit hard to see it, but I'm gonna try and use my binoculars and show you what it looks like. It's basically a huge mountain, and on top of it there's only one building like this in the game. You see this huge tower? That's on top of that mountain, so it's very easy to orient yourself to it. Now if you arrive at this area and when you look for choppers, most of the time I've seen a chopper over here. If you look at the city, it's on the other side of it, by the forest line. Wow, it's really foggy. And also there's a chance of one spawning in this area. Now there's two types of choppers that you can find in the game. You can find Russian choppers, or you can find NATO or American choppers. The Russian ones contain, well, of course, Russian weapons, Russian gear, and the American ones, they usually host Styrogs or M4s and that kind of stuff, and ammo and mags for it. Now if you want to scout for choppers quickly, this is the Green Mountain that we looked at earlier with the tower on top of it. You can walk around it. If you walk on the right side of the mountain, you're going to be able to see a lot of big, huge land masses where choppers usually spawn. And if you move through the tree line over there, then it's very simple to scout them out fairly safely. Now I'm not gonna go straight for the mountain because, like I said, a lot of people move in this area. I know I'm moving a little bit openly right now, but I want to see if there's any zombies in the small town over here. The fog is starting to lighten up, so now you can actually see the tower more easily. I would really like to see a zombie down there in the city. That would be great. Because if not, then maybe somebody is looking for choppers the same way that I told you guys, like walking through the tree line. Maybe he ran through the city to try and pick up some loot. Yeah, there's no zombies there. Somebody's been in the area. Doesn't seem to be anyone there right now though, so I'm gonna move towards the Green Mountain. I haven't had any personal encounters myself up there at the prison, but oftenly I've seen ruined gear on the floor, and the reason why it's ruined is because people had a firefight up there. So, and that's happened a lot of times. I come there, I find ruined stuff, and I know that there's been some PvP activity in the area. Speaking of which, I don't know if I mentioned it, but the choppers, the American choppers, the wreckage itself produces smoke, so it's very easy to spot from a long range. You see smoke coming up, and then you know that there's a chopper. But if it's a Russian one, I don't know if it's not been implemented, if it's going to be, but they don't emit any smoke. So if you're looking for a Russian one, you might want to peel your eyes and look directly at the spots where they can actually spawn. Just a little tip. Now, if you do find a chopper in one of these areas, then a lot of people tend to find them, loot them, and then camp them. Especially if it's in a spot that's easy to find. So if you loot the chopper, you're gonna have to be very careful. So if the chopper spawns in the middle of the field like this, I would suggest that you walk a huge circle around the chopper, and you look at spots that are suitable for camping. Like if there's a chopper over there, make sure that you use the binoculars and scout the entire tree line. And think like, if somebody's camping this chopper, where would he hide? What would be a suitable position? And check it out. If you're lucky and you find someone camping it, it means that it's someone who has actually looted it, so you run a great chance of upgrading your gear, which is good. Now as soon as I get to the top of the Green Mountain over there, I'm gonna go and try find my friend, because when we move closer into the other military base and the airfield, I really want to have my friend with me. And yeah, and I can show a little bit on some strategic ways of looting hotspots. Hotspots as in being dangerous areas. High chance of loot, high chance of players, that kind of stuff. Now, usually I'm quite lucky. By now I usually find a scope or something so that I can use the Mosin. My friend, he prefers using close quarter combat weapons, as in automatic weapons. So we usually go in, me staying at as being a scout, and my friend is the one looting. So if we find automatic weapons, I usually give it to him and keep the long range one for myself. Let's see what we got. No shots fired. A lot of pacifists playing today. Hydration. Might take a little moment to have a drink and listen in front of me, see if I hear something going on up there. There's a very, very easy way to see if the the prison up the mountain. I'm running up the mountain now where we saw the big tower. It's called the Green Mountain, as I said. Uh, there's a prison on top of it, and what you want to look at is, well, has it been looted or not? And there's only you have to enter it from the front because there's a fence around it with no holes in it. So people usually open the gate. It's a big blue gate in front of it, and if it's open, well, it's been looted. Someone's there or has been there. Now in DayZ, the mod, the old ones, it was a really good place to be sitting up there on the tower. You can actually climb it up. I think you can still do it. Because then you had the AS-50 and M107, which were sniper rifles that you could one-shot players from over 2 kilometers. You could zero it to 2,000 meters or 1,800 meters, and you can actually shoot pretty accurately from that range. So if you sat up there, you were the king of the world. You could see everything and shoot people down in Zelenogorsk from there. Don't see, I don't hear anything. Might actually get into trouble now. Let's see what we got. I don't see the prison door open yet, so I'm gonna move a little bit to the side. I'm gonna move on this direction. Yeah, gates are open. Someone's been here recently. Alright, well, it's time to go find my friend.